Hello and good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for hopping on my channel. I'll be using a unicorn stamp set today to cover a sheet of paper, and I hope I can make 4 cards out of it and using Pop of Petals. My name's Esther. Welcome to my channel. I'll be using Stampin' Up products today. So I've got this lovely colour combination here, which I had on my nails the other day, but they started chipping away, so I've got a new nail varnish on today. So welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Do subscribe if you're not already, and then you'll catch more videos like this. You can like this video and you can comment after I'm done. And for those of you who are joining me, I get to live chat, so thank you for sticking around. Lovely to have your company. Welcome, Bobby, great to see you. So I want to split this page into 4, so I'm going to actually score it with my trimmer, which has a scoring tool on it as well, and just scoring down a cross shape right down the middle so that I've got basically quarters, and I can just roughly see myself which areas I'm working in. You can't see it, but don't worry too much. It just gives me a guideline as to where I'm working. Hi Kay, good to see you. So I've borrowed this stamp set of my sister and need to return it. Stampin' Up are retiring this stamp set, which means come June it won't be in their new annual catalogue. So it's a great one for children. I thought it's quite handy to have a selection of unicorn cards available to me to be able to use. So I think I'll leave my page in the same direction. Good morning there, Denise, lovely to see you. Now, after saying that, I'm wondering whether I should turn it the other way, but we can do a couple of things, can't we? We'll try. So I've got him off to the left in this one. We can try in the centre. And I'm tempted to turn my page around and do these ones this way, just for something a bit different. Why not? Because we can. So I'm using black memento ink. So it's a dye-based ink, is that what they call it? Yes, fade resistant. There we go. Hi Renee, it's Esther. Nice to have you at company. Good morning, Vicky. Oh goodness me, Denise had to wake up super early to catch me. Hope I didn't disturb your sleep, Denise. So if you missed me at the beginning, I was saying I need to return this stamp set to my sister, so I thought I'd get on and stamp a few out, so I've got a few cards to use. So if you haven't seen this method of stamping before, it can be called a one-sheet wonder because you can get 4 cards from one sheet. And I'm inspired by my sister Ruth at Artful Stampin', who does a lot of these. So if you like this, please head over to her channel and check her out. So I've got some blocks ready and some stamps ready. So the reason why I'm using both of these stamp sets, actually Pop of Petals isn't going to stay with us, that's retiring. So let's just have a quick... Actually, I'm going to try not to think about it too much and just get stamping. Easier said than done. Let's do this. Right, so I've laid down what's called a mask. So I've used some post-it note to cut out my unicorn shape, and I just want to add some design around it to make that unicorn stand out. Now this is quite a big stamp, so I'm not going to do too much. I'm just looking for my cleaning. Oh, here you are. Because I might not repeat the colours, so I'm just going to see what we've got. Well, okay, just chuck the stamps around. How are we all today? I hope you're keeping well. If you notice, I'm stamping a few times, so 1, 2, 3, because you can get more ink from your stamp. I'm getting quite near the edge of my paper here, so I am conscious that I don't want to go too far over that line. Excuse me. I love this leaf. I think this, oops, she says flicking it off. So these just push onto the blocks and then you can just peel them off. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a fern, I suppose. Then we'll have coming out here, and then maybe just a touch, a hint of down here. Oh, I've got to remember I'm off to the left here, so I might want to just increase a bit of the design onto this side. Oh, Denise. Denise was already awake and I'm worth it, thank you. Hi, Christine, welcome. That's okay, Renee. We often get muddled anyway, so I'll let you off. So going in with some Highland Heather. I should tell you the names, shouldn't I? Now, because this is getting quite busy already, look, these aren't going to stay on for me today. Why not? Why are you not playing? I'm just going to add some stuff. Divide your sheet into 4. So if you don't like the one you've done, you can just do another one. I think I'm going to... Oh, actually, she says, I do like this swirly stamp from the unicorns. Sorry, you're a funny angle there, aren't you? I'm just going to add a bit of swirlage because you want it all magically and unicorny, don't you? So again, just using the ink up on the ink, and you get this kind of, you know, quite a few impressions out of it. Right, now when I lift this, you will be able to see the unicorn, but to make it stand out a bit more, I might actually introduce a new colour. And I'm going to introduce you to colour that is another colour that's going. So every Stampin' Up introduce 5 new colours, and they stay around for 2 years. But it means that every year we say goodbye to a set of colours as well. And this lovely bright yellow is one of them. I want it to look magical, so I'm going to give them a bit of a halo with a bright yellow outline. Hi there, Jacqueline. Hi, Kaza. You didn't miss a whole lot. This is the first one I'm starting, so you've got 3 more to go. So if you like, you can share this out with your crafty friends. Just hit that share button. I think you have the option to where you share it as well. So I'm not sure. Maybe somebody can answer that question. And this is the bit that I love. Great reveal. Love it. So I can go in and maybe give said unicorn a bit of colour, but I think to save time, we're going to move on. And I'm going to save this and use it for one of my other images later. So let's try this one. This unicorn here is in the middle of my page. And I'm just going to clean off my stamps with this chamois. So you just add water and it's nice and soft and squishy. And it's just perfect if you want to quickly clean up your stamps. And it's portable as well. If you're a crafter that tends to be out and about, you can just keep it in one of these stamp cases, which is like the size of a DVD case, basically. Right, I'm going to change it up a little bit. We're going to... I love it as black and white. It makes it pop out beautifully. Thank you. Yeah, I do like doing masking with black and white like that. So I'm going to use this bigger flower in the blue this time and get some more blues and purples in. Well, Jacqueline says, well, I get options for sharing, not sure about others. Well, do what you can. If you can share, that would be great. I am trying to get to my next level of, my next goal, which is 3,000 subscribers, which to some big fish is not a lot in my little pond. But in my world, it's, you know, every achievement is a big achievement. You know, you've got to celebrate these things, haven't you? Do say hello if this is your first time on my channel, or if you've come across me by accident and you're just hanging out and just wondering what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. That's fine too. Oh, which colour? Which colour? The choices. I'm introducing some stamps that I didn't use on the other one, but they're both from the same stamp set. So I'm just inking up part of it. I don't want that full stem showing. So I just want a bit of it. I do like these berries. Just trying to tuck them in places by the purple leaves, but also leave spaces for other things. Another Jackie, welcome. Great to have everybody here today. Okay, I'm going in with pumpkin pie. Now, although orange is not my favourite colour, it's a very useful colour. Now, I don't want to completely cover up the berries, but I do want to have some orange showing. Now, don't worry if you've stamped over something else. It's not the end of the world. Look, I do it myself. It's just the enjoyment of putting a stamp to inked paper. I mean, you know, all the artwork's done for you, which is great. You don't have to think too hard. Is there a colour I haven't used apart from the yellow? No, so let's think about what colour we want to. I think, so now's a good time to either look at my screen or to look on the paper to see what colour it might need more of. And now that I've put the other colours in, we're missing this lovely Coastal Cabana colour. So I'm going to come in with my my smaller flowers and just add a bit more of that colour into them. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you stamp on top of other ones. You know, in nature, flowers overlap anyway, so there you go. Be assertive when you're stamping. Do press down. Don't be scared to press down on the paper. Okay, going in with the little stars. Incorporate them. Now, you probably won't see them straight away, but if you just kind of have them mixed into the foliage, it's quite nice. Okay, and then once again we're going to go in with that nice yellow glow. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, pretty. Right, so that's 2 cards down. A couple more to go. Once again, I'm going to clean off my stamp set, not stamp sets. So I'm using the same stamps, just 2 stamp sets. So you don't need to have like loads in your collection, or use what you've got. The unicorn can be something else as a focal point. The flowers can be a different stamp set. Believe it or not, I don't have many flower stamp sets. Now, if you watch me and my sister, she's very into her florals and she has a lot, whereas I don't tend to have as much florals. Okay, so we're going to turn the page around and work on this one here. I'm going to move that mask up. So you stamp on the post-it note, make sure you've got a bit of sticky that you're stamping on, and then you just lay it, cut it out, and then you lay it over the image you want to work on. Okay, this time I'm thinking red. Did we do red flowers? We did red flowers already. Let's do something else. Let's do orange flowers, pumpkin pie. This is lovely lipstick. This is another one of the colours that will be leaving us come June, but we've got some fabulous new colours coming. You might want to check out YouTube to find out about some of the new products and the new colours that are coming to join the colour family. So 5 new colours. So you might get to this point and freak out, but you just got to keep going to see how things are going to take shape. Remember, it's a bit like a painting or anything else. You've got to just, well, I used the analogy of baking the other day. When you stop halfway through, you're going to have an unfinished cake, aren't you? So you've got to keep going to see how the cake comes out. Just realised I've used purple leaves already, but that's okay. The person receiving the other card will not know about that one. Let's do... oh look, I've done blue flowers on that one already. I keep going back to the same colours. Shall we have yellow flowers for a change? We'll do blue stars. Just a hint of colour. Like I said, it might not show up very well, but you've got a hint of the fact that there's flowers in the background happening. There we go. I might add in... oh, hello, sorry, I'm so busy what I'm doing. I said hello to Jackie. Hi Esther, watch you many times but don't think I've ever chatted. Welcome Alison from Leicester. So glad to have you on here. Everybody please welcome Alison. Welcome. So glad you've been watching. Alison, if you haven't got a demonstrator, I'm more than happy to send you a catalogue, so please get in touch with me. My email address is the same as my business name, stampinstarcreations@gmail.com. So if somebody would kindly tap that in, but if you've got somebody, that's totally fine. I'm more than happy to send you out a catalogue for free, especially as we've got the new one coming out very soon. It doesn't matter if you don't stamp yet. Could be the start of something new and exciting. Okay, feeling a few more prongs. Don't know what that action was. It was just, you know, prongs. Okay, I think I'll stick with the yellow glow. We like a yellow glow around the unicorn. A magical glow. Should make it sound a bit more exciting rather than a yellow glow. It's a magical, sparkly... oh, talk of which, I must get a bit of sparkle. Remind me to put a bit of sparkle on. Ready? Oh, I love that. I love the great reveal at the end. Right, last but by no means least, I'm going to have to try and push that up. Okay, what haven't we done? So we've done red flowers. We haven't done purple, big purple flowers. So let's have a... so if you want to ask any questions, I am looking at the screen now while I just quickly clean these off. If you're in the UK, Germany, France or Austria, I'm happy to send out a catalogue, an English catalogue, to you, again for free. So there is a new one coming out. So if you aren't on my radar or not a customer, then do let me know. So what colour did I say? Purple, big flowers, big purple flowers. So the thing I like to do sometimes is actually match the stamp onto the ink pad, and then I have an idea of what I'm working with. So I might do yellow leaves. Have we done that in orange? Done that in red. Do some more orange. Maybe some blue. We've done that in blue. What we haven't used is this swirly one. I might have to use that one again. Okay. So this guy or girl is kind of top middle. So when I cut this in a minute, you'll see how things come together. Okay. Let's have a little think. It's making a bit of a squeaky noise, that one. Different squeak. My Highland Heather's got like a strange noise. I like the fact that you're saying where you live. Excuse me. For those who can't see the live chat yet, everyone's going, I'm in Australia. I'm in America. It's great. It really kind of unifies crafters globally, this hobby, because there are demos in Australia and America, as you might have gathered. And, you know, I've made friends over the years with people from other countries, and it's lovely. It's lovely to get to know people in other countries and to share, you know, just share and say share your differences. I didn't mean it like that. I meant share, you know, funny isms. That's what okay, the more I talk, the worse it gets. I love listening to you while I work from home. Same with Ruth. Ah, thank you. Sometimes I don't like listening to myself, but I've got used to it. I've had to get used to it, I think. I had a definite disdain for my voice, but I've grown to just get on with it. I'm not going to let it stop me from what I love to do and want to share. I'm filling this up more than I thought I was going to, but I quite like it. You don't think anyone does? That's probably true. I think until you get used to listening to your voice and hearing it, I think, because it's quite personal, isn't it? It's quite in your face. Oh dear. Does that make sense? But anyway, it could be worse, I suppose. Right, I feel the need for some more of this colour. Maybe I'll just add in some stars, will do the trick. Funny yellowy blue colour there, Esther. Full on stars and sprinkles. Lovely job. Okay. Oh, Alison's crafting and watching, great. I think we all have that thought about our own voices. I hate the sound. Oh. Like I said, you know, I think the more you listen to it, the more you go, oh yeah, that's what it sounds like, and it's okay. Now, suggestions. Do we want to, this is called Wink of Stella, it's a really fine glitter pen. Oh, I forgot to do the great reveal. Oh, he's not coloured in. I'm getting a step ahead of myself. So have a think about whether you want me to colour in the unicorn or whether we want to use it for all round or what. Jacqueline says, I get to listen to my voice on recording for work regularly. How do you? So this is, sometimes I do play back my videos to listen, to look at comments or to just check things or to see how sometimes the recording isn't very clear, particularly in the evening when a lot of people are on the internet. So when it's just you and your voice, so should we just do the unicorn or are we tempted to do splatters all over? What are we thinking? So I will cut this up because it's a little bit OTT in your face at the moment. But I suppose if I spatter all of it, then it doesn't matter. Okay. So what I've been a bit cheeky, and I've my Wink of Stella was getting a bit low, so I've put water and alcohol in it, which has just helped revive that bit of Wink of Stella in it. So it's come out even like thicker silver blobs, which is rather cool. I might let's just spread some on the hair. So this is, like I said, it's coming out probably thicker than it normally would. Don't want to do overkill with the silver. Okay, that's got a big blob there, but let's just ignore that. Kerry has asked what stamp sets I'm using. These are 2 that are retiring. So it's Leave a Little Sparkle, which has got the unicorn, the stars, and this one, and it's got this big unicorn as well. And you've got a few sentiments. And Pop of Petals, which comes with a matching punch. What have I done with the punch? Who knows? Oh, he's over there on my shelf. Bear with, please. Hold the line, please, caller. Okay, so if you like this idea of not having to fussy cut out lots of things, flowers, this comes with this punch that cuts out the flowers, which is rather useful. I think I'm not going to touch the others. I think splatters is fine because, like I said, they're coming out a bit bigger blobs than normal. Okay, so sometimes I sound like a Billy Goat or Pinky and Perky. Do you sometimes ever sound like both at the same time? That would be really funny. Right, so do you remember I scored it at the beginning? I'm just a bit conscious it might still be a little bit wet from the glitter, but we're going to cut it down anyway. I'm going to cut it in half, so that makes UK and Australian A6. And then cut it in half again to, sorry, A5, and then down again to A6. And then I'm going to trim it again afterwards, but it's nice to cut them all individually first, have a look at them, and then you can decide what bits you want to chop off again. I'll explain myself in just a minute. So with this particular one, I've just gone over the edge here. Hey, Subu Bell. Great to see you. Kay says when she's got a cold, she sometimes sounds like Pinky and Perky. I have to call you Pinky Billy Goat's Gruff. You're starting your lunch break. So I could just chop a little bit off there, maybe a little bit off the top where we've got a bit of white space. So I tend to like to cut mine down in inches. It's 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. There you go, that was perfect. Look at that. I just cut that bit off that I didn't want to be on that card. And now I've got room for a sentiment, which I'll probably put up there. Now, if you stick around, I'll show you what this looks like mounted on some card. So I can probably afford to take a bit off the bottom half. So 5 5/8. So it's the biggest notch, oh, that moved slightly, after the 5 1/2. Okay. Now this is going to be a little bit tricky. What is it? 3 and... I'm going to take a little bit off from each side because it's pretty equal. So I'm just going to take a bit off and then make sure it goes onto the 3 7/8. When this gets mounted on card, it looks completely different. It just brings it to life, I think. I've got all this white space up here that I can afford to cut. Again with this one, because it's pretty much in the middle, I'm going to take a smidge off here and then take the rest from the other side. This is the boring but necessary bit. But it's all part of the process to make it look beautiful at the end. Now again, I've just got a little bit of overhang here, so I know exactly that I'm going to chop that bit off. 3 7/8. And then I've got space. I think again a little bit off the top and a bit off the bottom in this case. 5 5/8. There we are. Right. Who knows if I got this colours in blanks? We'll soon find out. I have tried to be good and cut some more blank cards, so I've got it to hand, but I do go to my resources and then I use them up. Don't have a coastal. Oh, Esther, come on, girl. Don't have that colour that I need. And and we'll just use these because they're the nearest I can find. Okay. Oh, all welcome. Lovely to see you. Okay, so I'm just going to put them onto some cards so you get an idea of what they look like. So obviously just got to pretend that this is pumpkin pie, but this is actually Calypso coral. I've got no excuse. I've been stocking up on my card. I'll better go and chop some after I come off here. I love this colour. Actually, I think I'll change that. Like, just ignore the tab. I've just pulled it out of my box. Because this has got a bit more of that lovely Coastal Cabana colour in it, I'm going to use that one. And I might swap that one. So you can decide afterwards. You can swap them around. See, that one's just got a bit more of a yellow. I don't know. It just works. There. How fun. Can you guys see that? So all slightly different. Just how many colours? 5 colours. 5 colours, 2 stamp sets, 1 sheet of A4 card. I love the little sparkle in it. And the fact that the unicorn's black and white. Highland Heather one is, this one here is your favourite. They're all slightly different, similar but different. So yeah, I'm tempted to maybe put a couple of sentiments on these two, but these two I think I'm going to leave blank. So I don't think did I put makeup on today? Yes, makeup on today. Do you want to? I'll say hello. I'll say hello because I always think it's nice to see the voice behind the name. I've got my hair up. It's very warm today here in the UK. Really warm. So thank you. Everyone's appreciating the cards. I'm glad you liked it. So I'm gonna have to get this set sent off now. Maybe I should just do one more colourway before I send it off. Thank you, everyone. So nice to have your company. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget you can subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate that. And it's just a free way of being able to support me. And if you've liked what you see, it's always great to hear comments and to give thumbs up to people. It really helps their channel and their business. So thank you so much for Tuesday morning. And I do a marathon in the evening, as it were, kind of thing. So I need to go and sort out what I'm doing later. I will be back tonight about 9:15 UK time, PST. I go on Facebook first and then onto YouTube afterwards. So that's how it works. And I've got a whole box of new stuff sitting on the floor in a box. But I got to let the kind of, I don't know about you, at Christmas time when I got my presents, I was the kind of person that put things back in their packages. Or would use a bit and then put it back. Ruth, however, my eldest sister, there's 3 of us all together, she'd be the one that would get rid of all the packaging, use her stuff straight away and get stuck in. And I think that kind of resonates now that we're older. Like I've got ideas and stuff, but I'm a bit like tentative to use it. I don't know why. It's just my character, I guess. It's silly, isn't it? Is it just me? Are you like that with new stuff? Maybe it's just me. maybe I need to overcome my issues. Anyway, there you go. A lot of sharing today, folks. A lot of sharing. Nice to see you. Don't forget you can get in touch with me if you're in the UK and you'd like a catalogue. It's stampinstarcreations@gmail.com. Somebody could just quickly write my email address in. That'd be fantastic. Great to see you. Jackie says she's like that with new stuff. I'm so pleased because I'm like, is it just me that just can't use new things? I mean, it's silly, isn't it? It's new. It's there to be used. I think I've got quite a few ideas that I kind of don't know where to start. So I feel sometimes a bit overwhelmed by it rather than just getting on with it. So, yeah. Kay says, that's me too. When I get an order, it takes me a while to unpack. Oh, the unpacking is not an issue. Crafty Kaza says, I either dive into using new stuff or collect it for my crafty items exhibit. And Jacqueline's still sniffing the paper. That's so funny. Right, folks, I've gone over my half hour, so I better love you and leave you. It's lovely to have your company. If I do another one of these quickly, I think I'll just film it and add it on to YouTube at a later date, because I must get on with some other things. Lovely to see you. Take care. Hopefully I'll catch you guys tonight. Vicky says, I've made a card with every new one except one. Love playing with new and old together. That is the point. I do love like introducing things that would have never met. Like retiring stuff, meet new stuff, you know, that's quite fun. Anyway, bye everyone. Take care. Mwah. Lots of love. Bye.